So, you fired up to be doing the show here tonight?
I'm very excited just by the fact that I got here without being murdered.
Yes.
I don't know if you know what the outside of this
Yeah,
building
no, it
looks like, but
yes.
my sentiment was expressed by every single other person that I talked to.
Oh, yeah, no, it's like, I mean, this is like Baltimore scary, you know?
Yes,
It's,
stand-up should always come with risks. I just thought they'd be more creative risks instead
yeah,
of,
no, it's definitely,
instead
I mean...
of literal risks.
Are you ready for your next comedian, guys? Oh my God, you can see him on CISO, you can hear him on Laff-A-Matic, you're in for a treat, one of my dearest friends in comedy, one of the best on this side of the goddamn planet. Everyone, hands together for Violet Gray! Woo!
Hey, what's up? Name's Violet Gray. What you call gender variant, give it up for me. So, ladies, there are some things that none of you prepared me for. Like clothing. Nobody told me I'd be paying twice as much money for half as much pocket. That's some bullshit. The amount of dick pics I receive has gone up dramatically. Dudes think sending dick pics is so funny till they start getting them back. Yeah. I also get catcalled a lot more just because Baltimore as a city needs better vision care. And I was walking down Pratt Street and this guy was loading some things onto a truck. And as I walked by, he was like, "Damn, shorty, I want to spread your legs like pages and read between the lines with my tongue like a novel." So I'm dating now, and he was like, "I want to spread your legs like pages and read between the lines with my tongue like a novel." I was like, now, I don't know if this is literature you'd be interested in. Not really a novel so much as a pop-up book. Baltimore dudes are persistent. He was like, "So is that like a no?" So I'm dating now. Oh my gosh. So I do a lot of driving for comedy. Has anybody here ever driven in a car before? Got a couple car drivers, okay. I drive through DC a lot, and I now understand why people live in DC. It's so they don't have to drive to DC. It is like the worst place to drive. Anybody here ever seen that horror movie, The Ring? Yeah. Is anybody here who hasn't seen the horror movie, The Ring? A couple people? Okay, The Ring would never happen in DC, and here's why. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's an old Japanese horror movie where people get an anonymous VHS tape in the mail, because it's old. And of course you get an evil VHS tape in the mail, of course you're gonna put it in. It's a horror movie, everybody's stupid, right? When you put the VHS tape in, your TV goes black and a white ring appears. And if you see that ring, you get a call on your phone, and when you pick it up, it's a creepy little girl, and she's like, 7 days. And then in 7 days, the creepy little girl comes to kill you. Would never happen in DC. Because you'd put in the tape, you'd get the call, you'd see the ring, you'd get the call, 7 days. Then 7 days would go by, then you'd get another call, "Hello, this is a creepy little girl from the ring. I'm stuck going in a loop around DuPont Circle. I'm gonna have to kill you some other time. This is bullshit. Why do you live here?" I have gotten a crash course in a lot of different things. Like one thing is sometimes a guy just like won't take no for an answer and he'll keep hitting on you and keep hitting on you. But if you're too forceful, you get shit for that. You get called like a frigid bitch or something. And it's weird all of a sudden having to balance the two things of standing up for yourself or getting called. So I've come to a compromise. And ladies, you can steal this. If he's just not getting the hint, as politely as I can, I just ever so gently stab him. It seems a little extreme, but trust me, it works at least 65% of the time. Of course, some guys just can't take rejection without complaining. They're all like, ow, what the fuck? I wasn't even talking to you, whatever. I get into a lot of political arguments online. Here's something I heard yesterday. We can't take down the Confederate statues because they're part of our history. It's like, yeah, the Confederate Army is part of American history, but how come that part gets a statue? How come we commemorate that part? The Clintons have been married forever. Could you imagine if Hillary came home one day and there was a portrait of Monica Lewinsky in the living room? And she's like, Bill, what the fuck? And he's like, it's part of our history, babe. Why are you trying to erase the past? Oh my goodness. So growing up in Northwest Baltimore, as a young black man, had its challenges also. I got profiled all the time. I was black one time, right? And I'm black now, I'm just saying I was also black when this story took place. And I was standing at the bus stop because in Baltimore, that's really the best place to catch it. And these two cops, they came up and they were like, we need to search you because you fit a description. Somebody had robbed a gas station on the corner of York and Cold Spring, and they were looking specifically for a black man with legs. And just by coincidence, I happen to have my legs on at the time, the same color and everything. And they were like, we need to search your bag because they're looking for something incriminating, like a gun or a ski mask or a Steelers jersey. You know, something that says danger to the people around you. They didn't find anything like that. What they found was the Dungeons & Dragons Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, and Dungeon Master's Guide. And no bullshit, the cop just slowly zips the bag back up and goes, yeah, it wasn't his ass. It was the same guy that wanted to spread my legs like pages. Like, yeah, it wasn't his ass. Growing up, the only Dungeons & Dragons player in Northwest Baltimore was a daunting task at best to get a game started. Leans religious. I had an old church lady come up to me and she was like, come here, baby. You know that Dungeons & Dragons stuff is just the devil trying to take your soul. And I was like, really? That's Satan's big plan for my soul? Dungeons & Dragons, he couldn't corrupt me with like money and power like everybody else? He's like, you, sir, give me your soul and I will give you riches beyond your wildest dreams. And you, ma'am, I see the lust in your heart. Give me your soul and I will give you the means to fulfill all your carnal desires. And then he gets to me and he's like, you, yes, you, the grown-ass adult in the Sailor Moon t-shirt. Give me your soul and I will give you this book full of pictures of swords and mathematical equations. I'm just like, does it promise me money or sex? He's like, no, it'll guarantee you have less of both. It's like, it looks like college coursework. He's like, yeah, for a bachelor's in celibacy. So I'm getting older now. Like, I don't know about you all, but I feel like I get a little older every year. And one thing that lets me know I'm feeling my age is I'm starting to get really grumpy about modern music. Like, I'm a huge hip hop fan, and to me, everything after 2010 is just like straight trash. Like straight trash. In 2017, which was a full year after 2018, I heard the worst hip hop lyric that has ever been written. That's not a matter of opinion, that's just an objective fact. Let's see. Man, what is your name? Cessny? Okay, so it's Cessny. I'm gonna begin the lyric, okay? And I want you to tell me what musical instrument you think he ended this lyric with. Okay, you ready? She blow the dick like a horn. She said a horn. That is way better than what he actually said, because he said, and I quote, she blow the dick like a cello. And since one does not blow a cello, I can only conclude that she did not in fact blow the dick with a logical framework. But that's what makes it a bad lyric. Here's what makes it the worst lyric. Even if he had said she blow the dick like a horn, that would still be the wrong way to do that. Could you imagine, ladies, you're on your knees in front of your boyfriend or your husband, or if you're a 19-year-old male prostitute like a Republican senator, and it's just like, don't worry, I'll hook you up. That would be wrong. Hilarious, but wrong. And afterwards, I had a guy come up to me and he was like, I think you're being a little hard on him. He's not a classical musician. He's a rapper. And I was like, that's true, but as a musician, you would think he would have at least a cursory knowledge. Like, I don't expect my dentist to practice podiatry. I do expect my dentist to know what a foot is. And if I bring it up and he's like, feet? You mean my leg hands? Gonna find a different dentist. Anyway, that is my time. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Violet Gray, that was c'est bon. C'est bon, as they say.
So you ever think you're coming back?
Well, while this is the comedy equivalent of a glory hole, now that I can find this place, I'm more likely to come back for comedy.
Yes, for comedy, not
not
actually, I guess like a comedy glory hole would be like you put your dick and then like the Benny Hill music starts playing.
Yes.